A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense...
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Willis now off of play action. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Montgomery on the counter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the rookie, the former Wolverine, Hassan Haskins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. They'll roll him out right. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Willis now off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the Vikings at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They go play action with Willis. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Running again with Barkley on second down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Joseph now to kick this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Off the play fake. Hooker. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after...
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham. as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Off play action. Hooker, he's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
19 tight.
After the sack on first down, Willis. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Willis. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build the
touchdown, Vikings. Darren Waller, 58 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake. Hooker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. It's Scarborough again, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down. It's Barkley on the counter. Shifts by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. They'll try the right side here, Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And that was an impressive drive. but I think we're going to talk about being way more impressive because of who led them. A rookie quarterback in that spot, putting his team in front, that's big league.
Joseph connects on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have...
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On third down, Barkley. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. The Vikings send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterbacks.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy